MLA, Malay Learning Academy, was established in 9th of April 2012. Formerly it was WER, which was registered initially in Christchurch in 1988. MLA or WER provides material for teachers, usually their language arts programs, literature-based, creative and cross-curricular. So this is a program overview of world history, ancient civilizations. What we're trying to do here is show the story of humans on this planet, but encourage students to move beyond their own experience in order to understand and respect the efforts of past historical figures. Students instinctively relate and emphasize with historical figures through literature and are able imaginatively to reconstruct the past. So what is the essence of what man has been involved in? How the human spirit has struggled against adversity, been involved in failure and disappointment, but also achievement and success. So in part it's concerned with attitudes, motivation, in part with values and beliefs. It's concerned with honor and integrity, as well as deviousness and cunning. Also, sacrifice and love of one's fellow human beings. So students need to learn the achievements of their ancestors, their mistakes. Do we inevitably repeat such mistakes, where they acted selfishly and selflessly? So in part, a study of the ancient civilizations is also a study of different facets of our own nature. And this will just give a glimpse of the overview of how we approach students to learn. So in each resource pack, there's a teacher's guide showing these. There's a student reference book. There's authentic papyrus. There's blackline masters. There's colored reproductions. So in each pack, there'll be lesson guidelines for the teacher. We do a great deal through stories. Through stories, a student is able to imagine living in the past. What we're trying to do is give them an experience of living in the past, not just learning factual material. So storytelling is an essential element of our methodology and is used for a variety of reasons. We have information sheets giving material, but wherever possible, we try and relate that to the mindset of the students, so they're using their creativity, their imagination and their artistic ability. There's a whole range of activities and assignments. So here are some of them. Imaginative writing in Rome, writing rules for a game, Mesopotamia, writing a story, early humankind, note writing, China, writing a newspaper report, Israelites, creating a travel brochure, India, writing a report, etc., etc. So there's a whole range of different writing formats that we develop in each student. But it's in modular format, so it can be customized to the ability and aptitude and temperament, for that matter, of each student, not just student groups. There's guided reading, and all the time we're looking to relate the reading standard of the material to the reading ability of the child. Maps are used extensively. So the colouring of maps, the drawing of maps, we regard as very important. We look at primary sources. So for example, the commanders at Zama or the democracy in Athens would both contain initial and authentic sources. We try and do a lot through dramas where the students act out what they're using as a means of transmitting information, but also a means of encouraging students to express and extend what they have learned, working on the information in an interactive way. They have to carry out research. They have to show, to the extent of their own ability, aptitude and interest, what they are capable of doing. It includes monitoring and assessment, a whole variety of tools. We're not ones for multiple choice questions. We're not one for tests. What we're trying to do is for each student to build up their portfolio, but included in that will be targeted assignments. So there's a whole range and variety of monitoring assessment tools. We use rubrics a lot. There's an assessment matrix. There's a whole number of review exercises, and there's guided reading. The methodology, we try and integrate the study so it is all the time interactive and integrated with as many other for example, creative work, drama, poetry, music, fine art, literature, but also other disciplines, mathematics, biology, physics and chemistry. So this is a program for all students. We have been exporting material from New Zealand mainly to the United States since 1988. What we're now trying to do is to move it into the modern world with social media. But we lack the resources. We want to make 300 to 500 lessons free to teachers wherever they are in the world through the internet. But we lack resources to professionally produce the video clips for the lessons so that they can be put on the web and be available for all students. So there's storytelling, assignments. All the units are linked wherever possible. Mesopotamia and Egypt, comparing rulers, comparing burial practices and so on. There's a program overview, there's content and skills standards, and here we just have a lesson of a sample from Egypt showing that papyrus, which was the main writing material, not only for Egypt, but in many cases for Rome and Greece as well. So that's a sample lesson. So I hope you're interested. If you need any more material, please email me, David Metis, that's one word, David, METIS, @gmail.com. I divide my time between San Diego and Auckland, but email me and I will provide any information, and I'm only too glad to answer your questions. Thank you for your time.